everyone, welcome back to another video. This is Mr. Aslan. Crypto education is my passion, guys. I'm not a financial advisor and this is definitely not financial advice. Please ensure that you do your research on any token that you want to invest in the crypto space, because yes, there are a lot of scams. Regulations are also coming, so make sure that you invest properly and do your due diligence. I would like to go ahead and refer back to my two other videos of stable coins which I did earlier, where we spoke of CBDCs and the various ways a cryptocurrency can actually be named as a stable coin. In one of them, CBDCs proved to be a viable option, especially when the government regulations are involved, because the government will be definitely in control of CBDC. It does have its own pros and cons. The biggest pro would be a public ledger, the blockchain technology, and the digitization of your entire currency, wherein it would save a lot of cost either in the environmental aspect or even in terms of the transactions that might happen overseas. Now, keeping these pros aside, there are a bit of concerns which are actually affecting the crypto community. Due to the main reason of these kind of concerns is why we still do not see CBDCs into effect, even after all the discussions from the past few years, I would say. So CBDCs in a way are completely government controlled. Yes, they do use the blockchain technology. Yes, they do have their own digital currency. Yes, they are stable and safe to a certain extent. I would definitely agree to that as well. But these are the 3 points which I want to really quote over here, which have been prime epicenter of discussion within the crypto communities, due to which CBDCs are still cooking in the oven and still not out for the dish ready to be eaten. So let's go ahead and have a quick look at what are these 3 main factors or pointers which are under the discussion right now. The first and foremost is the difference between a CBDC's network on the blockchain as compared to what Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies have right now: a permissionless and a permission network. So what does it mean by a permissionless or a permission network? Take for example Bitcoin. It's a permissionless network. That means the validators, they do not need to be chosen by anyone as such. If you fulfill a certain set of conditions, anyone and everyone who can fulfill those conditions can become a validator. But when it comes to the government side, CBDCs, government decides who would be the validator. So the entire blockchain network would be a permission network. That means everyone will not have access to that, not be a public ledger, and the validation also would not be done by someone who is anonymous as well. Anyone and everyone cannot be a validator here. They might bring in private players, that's under discussion still, but even if they try to bring in private players, I'm definitely sure that there would be some kind of monopoly that occurs, due to which the entire control of the blockchain will be with a set of few power individuals rather than the actual public domain network that is supposed to be a decentralization, not so decentralized now, right? So that's the main point that's concerning a lot of people out there, and especially in the crypto community, where when you set these kind of permission networks on the blockchain, then that means that you lose your access to actual funds which are there in the blockchain as well. So that's the second point which I want to go ahead and bring in, which is kind of a bail-in and versus the bailouts concept, I would say. So when I say a bail-in versus bailout concept as such, you will not be able to completely control your digital currency in your wallet. Say, for example, China is definitely up in the race in terms of bringing CBDCs, and they are testing out in various localized environments for the digital yuan. Suppose it comes out the way it is, then ideally speaking, it only means that the government will still be under the control of whatever digital yuan is put into your wallet. Whatever you earn, whatever you save, and whatever is actually transferred to you by anyone else will be definitely monitored by the government, and they have full control. When I say full control, you can obviously expect that they can always withdraw the entire amount from your wallet. They can also stop certain transactions, owing to the fact that these validators are the ones who approve them, and the validators are either the government or certain set of private players, which we are yet to know, since no actual CBDC has been launched officially in the world. So once this happens, it will be with a set of individuals who can decide to block your transactions as well. They can direct you to actually go ahead and spend the way that they want, and that's your money. So this is a very big drawback of the actual topic of CBDCs. This kind of permission network, as well as combined with the fact that the government or a few set of players would be in complete control of your funds as well, because they can go ahead and access your wallet by just a stroke of a keyboard. You press one single key, then your balance is shown, and you press another set of key, your balance is totally gone. That's how easy it is for them when the permission network is there, and it's under their full control. So moving on to the last point, which definitely ties up with these two, is the way that you can see the expenses. It's kind of called as surveillance money. The main reason here being the government or any individual who will have access to the blockchain network or the ledger would definitely have access to each and every expenditure that you do. Be it you go to McDonald's and buy a burger, the government will get to know about it. Be it you go to a mall and spend it on a movie, the government will get to know about it. So no more stashing the cash under your bed or in the roof, anywhere in your house as well. So that's something that definitely would avoid. But there is another advantage to this as well in terms of the surveillance, because this would aid in terms of providing those government related funds to specific programs. Or say for example, a government is paying its unemployed a certain amount of money every week or every month. That can be streamlined and can be hassle free without any intervention in between or any middleman in between, any loss or any time frame delay that would ideally occur in the conventional banking system, right? So that can definitely be avoided. You can also go ahead and have funds released for various other developmental activities from the government side as well with a press of a button. So you don't need to wait through all the approvals, you don't need to wait through all the conventional banking mechanisms. Even transferring money between countries with offshore investments or offshore developments, that would become a breeze now with CBDCs in place, since they would definitely have their own stable coins, they would definitely have governmental control. With all these big advantages, the main concept as a common man would be these three factors. Now there is one real big advantage to the CBDCs coming into force with this kind of a surveillance system as well, and that is tax collection. So when we have the conventional banking system wherein you can definitely hide your money in cash anywhere you feel like and evade taxes to a large extent, which is definitely happening in a lot many countries right now, that can totally be avoided. The main reason here being, when you have a tracking system available for whatever expenditure is happening, you definitely will have records which are available for each person's earning, each person's expenditure, and everything can be on the ledger. I think your IT returns will become a far more easier job when this kind of concept comes in with the blockchain, right? So these are the major advantages, the pros and cons when it comes to the surveillance aspect as well. Now this is something that I actually wanted to put across, because even though the discussion of CBDCs has been happening from quite some time and it's fairly easy on a technical stand to have these CBDCs coming into effect, a digital currency is very easy to create. For the government, in fact, if you take into consideration, they definitely would have the resources and they can definitely pool in the resources to build a blockchain or a public ledger, as well as come out with a safe contract as well for a stable coin or a digitized currency. I would say that is fairly simple, but these are the main topics which are stopping those CBDCs to come into effect. Let's see what's going to happen in the future. But on one note, China is really leading the race on this, mainly because of the fact that they want to dethrone the US dollar from the market as the leader. I'm excited in a way. The main reason here being, talks are happening right now instead of only those comments stating Bitcoin is a bubble. So crypto is definitely the future. I'm all up for it. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you're still not subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button for this video if you like my content. This is Mr. Aslan signing off. Meet you in the next video, guys. Have fun and take care.